Let's talk about a totally new way to think about AI in commercial insurance sales. The whole point here isn't to replace agents, not even close. It's about giving them a serious upgrade, like a superpower. We're going to dive into a tool called QualifyPro, and it's all about making sales pros smarter, faster, and way more effective. So let's get into it.
You know the feeling, right? You've got this huge list of potential clients, but only so many hours in the day. So you ask yourself, where do I even start? Who should I call right now? That's the exact problem QualifyPro is built to solve. It takes that whole sea of leads and turns it into a crystal clear roadmap. Okay, let's just get right to the numbers because they're pretty staggering. First up, a huge boost in efficiency. I mean, just imagine cutting the time you spend qualifying prospects by 50 to 85%. Think about what you could do with all that extra time. Probably build better relationships and close a lot more deals.
And now for the number that really makes everyone sit up and pay attention, return on investment. We are talking about an average first-year ROI of 427%. That's not just a small gain. It's proof that all that new efficiency translates directly to the bottom line. It's huge.
So all that efficiency, all that ROI, what does it lead to? Well, it leads to what really matters, better results. We're looking at an average 35% improvement in conversion rates. This just proves that when you work smarter on the right prospects, you completely change the game.
So here's how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll look at the intelligent scoring engine at its core. Then, we'll see what data actually fuels it. After that, we'll explore how it creates smarter workflows. And finally, we'll get into the most important part, its human-in-the-loop philosophy.
All right, first up, the intelligent scoring engine. You can think of this as the heart of the whole system. Its entire job is to dynamically score and prioritize every single prospect, basically telling you exactly where you should focus your energy. Now, this engine is built on a tried-and-true sales foundation, BANT. You probably know it: budget, authority, need, and timeline. But here's the twist. QualifyPro adds a critical plus to the mix. It layers on all these industry-specific factors because, let's be real, a manufacturer's risks look nothing like a healthcare provider's.
And this is where it gets really clever, how the system actually adapts. You see, for a smaller deal, under 10 grand, it knows that budget and timeline are the big hurdles. But look what happens for a massive enterprise deal. The weight completely shifts, making authority and need way more important. That's not just a checklist. That's true adaptive intelligence.
And the best part? All that complex analysis boils down to something brilliantly simple. Every prospect gets sorted into one of 4 buckets. Your A leads, drop everything and call them. Bs, they need a focused effort. Cs, keep an eye on them. And the Ds, you can confidently disqualify them and just move on. Think of the hours saved.
So you might be wondering, a scoring engine is only as good as the data it's fed, right? So where does QualifyPro get all this intelligence? Well, it's not just from what the agent inputs, it's actively pulling from a ton of sophisticated sources to build a complete picture.
I mean, look at this. The system is pulling from a whole array of serious business intelligence sources. We're talking Dun & Bradstreet credit reports, SEC filings for public companies, even state business registrations and licensing databases. It's constantly scanning the world for signals that tell you about a company's health and stability. Now, this is where you can really see that it was designed specifically for insurance. It's not just business data, it's pulling risk data, things like claims history, flood zones, wildfire hazard data, even local crime stats. It's building a comprehensive risk profile before you even pick up the phone. And here's the real game changer. This analysis isn't one size fits all. QualifyPro uses these specialized intelligence modules. It understands that the risk factors for a construction company are totally different from a transportation firm or a healthcare facility. The system gets that nuance, which is absolutely crucial. Okay, so we've got a score, and we know the data behind it is solid. But how does that actually help you day to day? This is where the system helps you build much smarter sales workflows, turning all that intelligence into practical action. Let's take follow-up, for example. Instead of just guessing what to do next, the system actually suggests an intelligent sequence. It'll prompt you to send a personal email, it'll set a reminder for you to call, it might even recommend a specific article on LinkedIn to share. It guides you, but it never takes away your personal touch. This is so cool. It even gives you strategic advice on how to talk to the prospect. Based on its data profile, it can predict if someone is likely to be more price-sensitive or more coverage-focused, and then it suggests completely different talking points for each.
It's literally like having a sales coach whispering in your ear.
And the support doesn't just stop once you've qualified the lead. The system actually provides a framework for the entire proposal process, from that initial intelligence gathering all the way through to the final presentation and negotiation. It's with you the whole way. And this all brings us back to those measurable results. We already saw that 35% jump in conversion rates, which is awesome. But these smarter workflows also lead to a 25% increase in the average deal size and even a 15% bump in client retention. Why? Because the whole process starts with a much deeper understanding of what the client actually needs. Okay, now for our last and, I think, the most important section. Look, with any AI tool, there's always that fear in the back of your mind. Is this thing going to replace me? QualifyPro was built from the ground up on a philosophy designed to combat that fear, making sure the human agent is always at the center of the universe. They call it Task-Emulated Intelligence, or TEI. And this is a really key distinction. This isn't some all-knowing general AI trying to take over. It's a decision support tool. Its job is to analyze and recommend, but it's explicitly designed to require your judgment and your approval at every single critical step.
This slide makes that distinction crystal clear. The system analyzes data, and it suggests frameworks. It does not make decisions on its own. It recommends a follow-up strategy, but it will never ever send an email or bind coverage without your explicit authorization. Your professional discretion is never ever overridden.
And there are multiple safeguards baked in to enforce this. There's an anti-hallucination protocol to double-check data. The system actually tells you its own confidence level. Human review is mandatory for big decisions. And most importantly, you, the agent, have full control and can override any suggestion at any time. You are always in the driver's seat. This quote from the system's own disclaimer really says it all. The tool provides data analysis and suggestions. The licensed professional, that's you, provides the advice and carries the responsibility. The authority always stays with the human expert.
So, this brings us to one final powerful question. The future here isn't about replacing talented people. It's about creating superpowered people. So, when you have a tool that is fundamentally designed to enhance your judgment, not replace it, just think for a second about what becomes possible.